Hello everyone. Today we're going to take a walk along Waterloo Place. A little bit of history as well as a little walk along Waterloo Place. That's Princess Street there. Start Princess Street right there. And Waterloo Place is exactly opposite, right here. Okay, so you just sort of continue on from Princess Street to Waterloo Place. Now, 1700s, history time kids. 1700s. The new town is designed and built. Just in case you forgot, the new town was essentially a way for Edinburgh, the city of Edinburgh, to start. I'm having trouble talking today. The new town was essentially a way for the city of Edinburgh to compete with other major cities in Europe. And it was a massive success. It was a massive success. It made an enormous difference. The city just transformed into a real competitor into the main cities of Europe. So they continued on, and Waterloo Place was designed as an extension to Princess Street, as a continuation on. Obviously it's not Princess Street, but it is, you know, just a continuation on from that. It's a way to head out from the centre of Edinburgh out towards the east coast, out towards Portobello, Musselburgh, Haddington, right to the coast of the country there. And that's where we are right now. That's it, right behind me, Waterloo Place. Thumbnail. I'd love to know what it was like. I actually found myself standing here kind of going, I wonder what it was like before, because that's Princess Street, that's heading down towards Leith right there. Did it just stop? You know, did it sort of go from this to a dirt track? Or did it go from this to a wall and they went, no, that's it, you're done. There will be no more until we decide to build. Anyway, Waterloo Place. There was obviously a theme in their head as well at the time, because that's a statue of Wellington there. Waterloo Place. We've got the Nelson Monument, nicely, right here. There's. If you haven't seen a trip where we went up Calton Hill, I'll leave a link. That's an early video where we took a wee trip up Calton Hill. I had a look there, but that's the Nelson Monument there. Let's take a wander up and see what we can see. Now, right now, it's just these beautiful buildings. I mean, even if that's all you want to come and see, they are beautiful. Look at that. You look at the cranes towering over there. Right behind there is the St James Centre being rebuilt, shopping centre. It got knocked down, it's in the process of being rebuilt right now, so you can see them poking up the top there. I wonder if they were going for a bit of a theme with these sort of, you know, Greeky, Parthenon-y kind of things, and then there's the monument up there as well, so they must have had some sort of theme. Anyway, and look, there's more. So yeah, they obviously had a theme in mind. They were going for this grand sort of structure. Oh, by the way, right here as well, this is Raby's Tours. If you're doing any Raby's Tours, if you're heading up round Edinburgh, or sorry, out of Edinburgh, around Scotland, then this is Raby's Tours right here. This is where most of the tours set off from, right in the corner right here. So if you're doing any of that, this is where you want to go. If you don't know what Raby's Tours is, look it up. It's good day trips and 3-day trips and 4-day trips out of Edinburgh. Anyway, sorry, continuing on. I got distracted by Raby's Tours there. Looks like it's just some, there's a nice, looks like it's generally food and bars here now. Little bistro there. Behind that van is, what, Chinese food. Pep and fodder. In fact, let's cross over and have a look, see what's on in these sort of bars and things. Don't worry, I am looking, there is no cars coming, I am safe, for those of you that give me a row for just crossing the road. So, we've got the sort of Italian-y bistro right there, Maritone restaurant. Let's have a look, see what sort of stuff they do as well. Oh, breakfast, pizzas, pastries. It's like you can have a full-on lunch or a light snack there. I think I might have to pay a visit at some time. There's a Chinese food right here. Oh, plus a big vegan section. Waterloo Bar. Let's see what the Waterloo Bar. Oh, Waterloo Bar. Okay. And fish and chips. I suppose what else do you want, really? You know, fish, chips, and a beer. Newsagents, and then another little sort of wee bistro cafe there as well. So, no, you can't go far without finding somewhere to eat. These buildings are just beautiful though. Now these are lovely as we look over here. This is essentially the bridge part, because underneath us is the road that heads towards the back of Waverley train station, heading towards the canongate and things. So what does this say over here? Let's get out of the way of the van. The van's not helping us. Actually, if I peek over here right now, see that right there? That part right there? Yeah, anyone recognise it? That's the trainspotting steps where Ewan McGregor, right at the beginning of the film, he comes round that corner, literally where the blue turns into the brick. That is the entrance there that he jumped down, ran down here, and then gets hit by a car here and starts laughing at the car. That is exactly at this bit here. There you go, there's a little bit of Scottish movie history for you all right there. Just again, jumps down here, runs down here, gets hit by a car here. Dum 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 dum. Sorry, a dum 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 dum. Oh. That's my trainspotting reenactment there for you all. And then that's heading down towards Leith right there. You can't. That's the Omni Centre. You can't see it. Omni Centre sort of cinema and food. Then you've got the Playhouse Theatre heading towards that way. You go to George Street, York Place, and then onto Queen Street. So that's that sort of way. That way is Leith and Trainspotting right there. Look, I mean, this is mirrored on either side. So this is mirrored behind me here as well. That's a beautiful view out there, looking towards the arches and then onto the Royal Mile and things there. So. Yeah, let me cross over and I'll show you, but we'll have a look at this first and we'll have a read of what it says up here. Opened August the 18th, 1819 for the entry of His Royal Highness Princess Leopold of Saxe-Coburg. But isn't it grand and isn't it beautiful? Let's nip over to the other side and we'll have a look and I'll show you where that looks out to. Let's get out of the way of the bus, try not to get... Oh. Well, that bus didn't help us at all. Oh no, someone's dropped their oranges. Gutted. Right, let's have a look out this way as I try not to get run over by another bus. It's dangerous at this area, isn't it? I've crossed the road and we're just looking over through that archway that I just read from. So there's Waverley train station right there. This is the road continuing on, the Trainspotting road, continuing on to the back of Waverley train station right there. That part there, actually, that's where Vision went crashing through in, what do you call it, in Avengers. They came crashing right through into there, and then it was all filmed and fought in there. So, anyway, jury's in, and there's the arches. Remember when I walked along Market Street and we went to the arches right there? So if I zoom in, you can see it right there as well. There we go, the arches with all those little shops right there as well, and that's where the pop-up bar is along there as well. So hopefully this is starting to give you a little bit of orientation as well. And that there, see, oh, let me zoom out again. And you see how those houses there are all going down at an angle? You see that there? That's the Royal Mile. It's the Royal Mile just behind there, so there we go. That's kind of giving you a little bit more orientation of where it looks out to. Look back at that's the first one of these that we looked through, where I pointed towards the Trainspotting step sort of thing. So let me zoom in and see what it sets up here as well. The Regent's Bridge commenced in the ever memorable year 1815. Obviously, ever memorable. I can't get it out of my head. Sir John Marjoribanks of Lees Barnet, MP, Lord Provost of the City, Archibald Elliot, architect. So that's saying who designed. Actually, who I think designed, if I can zoom out as the bus leaves, this nice reveal, this. Now this is now an Apex Hotel, but this actually opened. Now this was a big thing. With the extension of the new town, this was the first big hotel to open. And it was a hotel for the first little while of its life, and then it became offices for 100 odd years. And then it became the Apex Hotel, took it over I think in the 90s and turned it back into a hotel. But it was a very grand, the first sort of big hotel in the new town when it opened. I think it could hold 50 guests, and it had a beautiful big ballroom. It could have big events in it as well. Charles Dickens himself stayed in that hotel. Right, I'm going to cross the road again, and for those of you that gave me a row thinking that I'm not checking, I am looking. See, I am looking either way. I'm not going to get run over, I promise, okay? This is Princess Street Suites right here. I'm guessing that's, you know, I don't know if it's function rooms or if it's, I think it is, I think it's function rooms. But again, look at the same design here of these big sort of columns. And then, here, that's a graveyard behind there. In fact, we have visited that graveyard when we did the 5 lesser known stories of Edinburgh. In that graveyard is the statue of Abraham Lincoln. So, if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link in the corner, just in case any of you are wondering why there's a statue of Abraham Lincoln in Edinburgh. So, check that one out. But yeah, that is the old Calton burial ground right there. It's, if you like your cemeteries, it is actually a nice one to sort of wander through. Not too big. You can see the monuments towering over the top of it there as well. South of Edinburgh District Council, Environmental Health Department, Old Calton Cemetery, all inquiries to Morton Hall Crematorium. So you must still be able to get buried in there. What's it say? Names of celebrities interred in Old Calton burial ground. And there we have it right there as well, see? South American Soldier Memorial with statue of Abraham Lincoln. Blink and you'll miss it. So yeah, take a head in there, take a wander in there. There's an ominous sight if you've never seen it. Okay, so we're starting to get to the end of Waterloo Place here. There's a Howie's restaurant there. Looks lovely actually. Maybe need to take a little nip in there for a little visit. So there we have the end of Waterloo Place. You'll just have to wait for Regent Road. Starting to get a lovely view of Calton Hill, the monuments up here, the old Scottish office right there. So there you have it guys, just a nice little walk along Waterloo Place today. We will come back and we will take a walk along Regent Road as well, because there's some nice things to show there as well, and nice little links up to Calton Hill and things like that, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Now before we end it, let's have a little look back. As you can see, you get, let me see if I can get a nice safe spot in the middle of the road for a picture. So that is a beautiful view looking from Waterloo Place straight onto Princess Street there as well. There's Balmoral Hotel right there. That's the start of Princess Street. And that's a taxi. So I think we'll leave it there today guys. Big shout out to Thunder 402, thank you for watching. If you're interested in following us on any or other social media, here is the social media handles in case you want to, you know, check us out. Please remember guys, if you haven't already, give the video a like, leave a comment. You never know, I may be shouting out you next week if you leave a comment on this video. And also please remember to subscribe if you haven't already, it would massively help us out. But I think we'll leave it there for today guys, hope you've enjoyed that. Till next time, bye humans.